breathing air, lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and Fount is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Phones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys? Your game's all tight? Fount. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.
Hello. Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to another episode number 84 to be exact, of Talking Truth to Teen Tissues. Oh man, listen, our short shows. This is the last week of our short shows. Starting back next week, we will be back to the usual format because the pageant will be over. As you all know, Dr. D Nice is running for Mrs. North Carolina. And as you can see in the title, this time next week, I will be Mrs. North Carolina. Today, I'm going to tell you all the steps that I have been doing and taking to prepare for this pageant. It's been a lot. Maybe the doctoring me, I just can't help it. I have to just hop in there and give everything 100%. I've never been in a pageant before. Have you all been in a pageant before? I needed to find out as much as I could possibly could about pageants. I've talked to friends, I've talked to people that have been pageants. I've watched hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos, finding out as much as I can about pageants. And I'm not a pageant expert. I feel that I am well prepared for this pageant. I really do. Could I be more prepared? I don't know. We'll find out on Sunday, won't we? Anyway, today, like I said, I'm going to show you all the steps that a first-time pageanter, has done to prepare for the pageant. Maybe that can be helpful for you if you're preparing for a pageant. And honestly, a lot of these steps are good life lessons anyway in trying something new. So let's just first talk about why I decided to join the pageant. I did a whole video on that before. And honestly, it will just help amplify this platform of youth wellness. The Mrs. America pageant is one of the oldest pageants out there, and being able to connect my message of wellness with their far-reaching influence will be amazing. And then, you know what, Dr. D Nice, I absolutely know that I'd be a good representative for the pageant. I've lived so many places. I'm not a young woman. I'm very, very experienced in life. I have spoken to the very young and to the very old and connected with them on many levels. And I really just feel that my life experience would be just a perfect fit for the Miss America pageant. But y'all not the judges. I'll tell that to the judges when I see them. Also, another reason why I joined is I was struggling with that postmenopausal weight, and I figured out how to lose some weight. I'll tell you all about that later on in the journey. And I mentioned before too that I was just really interested in just changing my look up. You know, as I get deeper into my 5th decade on the planet, why not switch it up? I want to have a more sophisticated air about me. And I felt like the pageant would be a great catalyst or catapult me into extreme femininity. That's what we're going to refer to it as? Yes. And, you know, the women are beautiful. They are just gorgeous. And it's just wonderful to be around people that are just really committed to looking beautiful all the time. And I like it. It's just, it's lovely. I really enjoy it. That being said, let's just get into the plan. So this is me. I went to the beach a few weeks ago in Wilmington, North Carolina, and just took a few candid pictures on the beach, because that's what you do when you're on the beach. And as I go over each of the steps that I've been taking to prepare for the pageant, I will reveal a new picture. So let's just do this one as number one. This is Dr. D Nice with her crown like cotched on her head, looking beer-faced and just beachy and just, it's a cool day. It wasn't a bathing suit type day. It was just like lounging. And that will be my first step that I did to get ready for the pageant. First, I had to find out about pageantry. I had already decided that the Mrs. America pageant is going to be the one I join. Well, believe it or not, I knew there were I knew about Miss USA and Miss America, and that's it. Apparently, there are tons and tons of others that I knew nothing about. And that's what I did during the first time I found out about pageantry, all the pageants that are out there, the different ways that you are judged in order to win a pageant. I really took the time to research what pageantry was all about and what the actual pageant that I was joining. And you may say, Dr. D Nice, why couldn't you do a different pageant? Well, my friend, I have a friend. What's up, Sarah? Thank you, Sarah, for the suggestion to join the pageant. My friend Sarah was in the pageant, currently in the pageant in Washington State. They don't have their actual pageant until the end of May. Ours come before them. And she posted something on the gram, and I was curious. I reached out to her, talked to her, and she was just like, yeah, you have to do this. With your passion for youth wellness, I think it would just blend perfectly with the Mrs. America system. And say less. I did it. If Sarah said it, I'm doing it. And here I am. And so where was I? I felt like I got a little off track there with my train of thought. But once again, I just had to research pageantry, what it's all about, specifically the Mrs. America pageant that I was a part of. And I didn't realize they're going to choose two winners. There's a Mrs. America and Mrs. American. The founders thought it would be great to have two winners to just honor two married women in each state. And that's how it's done. Very excited about that. So the first step I did was research. Let's move on to the next picture. That's wrong. The surprised queen. The surprised queen. She was like, oh, okay, but I guess I'm going to have to start exercising. Now, what's happening? Okay. I do exercise. You all know already. I exercise every day. I walk about 2 miles for exercise. I do a mile, sometimes a mile and a half in the morning. And then I do another mile at lunch. And then let me back up a second and let you know. I put on like 20 pounds during the pandemic, okay? I mean, I was never a thin person. I didn't need those 20 pounds. I really didn't. But I put it on because I went through a whole menopause. My body's metabolism went from to yes up, girl. What's up, girl? We gonna burn a calorie. Maybe. That's what happened. And I was just like, okay, that's what we doing. We putting on weight just like that. Fine. I had to figure out how to lose weight, and I just had not been able to figure out. But when I knew that I was going to have to be walking across that stage in a whole bathing suit, guess what? I pulled my stuff together real quick. I began to do some research. I remembered a course that I had taken, and I went digging into the information and discovered the absolutely amazing combination of weight training, fasting, and protein, increasing my protein. I lift weights every day. I do this video. What's her name? Caroline. She's a YouTuber. Man, I'm going to tell you what her name is. Give me a second. I'm going to tell you what her name is because my son and I, my youngest son, the wash belly, and I actually do her workout every single day. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see. Pull up a video. Okay. Here. You see it? Let me bring it over here. You see her? Yeah. Caroline. Can you see it properly? There you go. Caroline Gervan. Anyway, that's whose video. She has a whole series, an iron series. It's 30 days. And I didn't mention that I did sign up to the pageant a little later. And so it was perfect. I've been doing the weightlifting series every evening. I miss usually maybe one, sometimes two of her workouts every week. Consistently, my son and I will do it. So basically, I'm walking in the morning. I do my I do a walk at lunchtime after I've eaten, and then I do my weights in the evening. And honestly, I've dropped 10 pounds. 10 pounds with that. Yeah. Serious. And then but fasting. And no, I always used to fast. I fast at least 13 hours every single day. The course that I had taken said, as a menopausal woman, you need to shoot for 20-hour fast. I don't do a full 20 because then I try to eat something a little bit before I do my workout, just so I could make sure the weights work out. I want to make sure I have enough energy to do the workout and do it well. I usually end up doing like a 16-hour fast. So what will happen? I get home, let's say I get home at 6:30. I will eat something, either some chips and salsa. I may eat a slice of whole grain bread or something along this. It's nothing big, just something really small. Then I do my workout. And that's the last time I eat anything again till 12 o'clock the next day. So what's that? Let's see. So let's just say 7. 7 to 7, that'd be 12 hours. And from 7 to noon, that 7 to noon is 5 hours. So that's 12 plus 5 is, so maybe like 17 hours I do, right? About 17 hours of fasting. Then I eat within that window. I'll have my lunch. I'll eat again at 4 o'clock. And typically I eat some vegetables and some protein. So vegetables and an egg, 2 eggs for lunch. And then in the afternoon, I'll eat a different vegetable and an egg. And then when I get home right before my workout, I told you what I'll eat. Lots of water throughout the day. Y'all know already, that's the only thing I ever drink is water anyway. That's how I get ready that's how I've been exercising and getting ready for the pageant. I guess I just went into my eating too, right? Well, there you got it. You got the exercise routine as well as the eating routine for the pageant. So that was a twofer that I just hit you with. The next thing I do to get ready for the pageant is there is going to be an interview. And, I did like a preliminary practice interview at a workshop, and the judges thought I did extremely well. Except for one thing, they asked me, what is my fear? And I said, well, my fear is that the judges may think that I'm too overweight to be a queen. And they interpreted that as lack of confidence. I mean, I understand that. And that actually taught me that even if I say something that to me, it's just kind of stating the fact, be very clear to support, like say, you know what? I could have stated it another way. I've been working really hard to work on losing some weight, and I hope it really shows to the judges. Not saying that I fear they're going to hate me because I'm fat. That's just not the right way to phrase it. You can phrase the same thing in a more positive light. I will recommend that to you all. If you're saying something that's, I won't say negative, that somebody asks you a direct question and you want to be direct with your answer, still kind of spin it in a positive way, because how people perceive your words, they may not know you enough to understand that Dr. Tydai's got confidence to burn. I do. It is what it is. I know I'm a child of God, and I know I stand in my purpose. I don't try to be nobody else but me. And that's where the confidence comes from. I am just me. However, they don't know me. They hear me saying this thing about being overweight, and they know a lot of the times the messages with people that say anything about their weight tends to be locked in and mingled with decreased confidence. Or maybe even they themselves have had times where they struggle with their weight and they knew they felt less confident. And so by me saying it in a more negative way, all they could do is put that perspective on my words and interpret it in a way as not being confident. So be very careful with how you answer questions in an interview. And that's what that lesson taught me. I have been practicing interviews, though. I found a whole pageant interview playlist as I'm riding down the street. Y'all know I commute an hour and a half to work, and I just practice questions. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie, Lord child, my brain is not in a mood to answer no questions. It's just not. But I do it anyway. I'll go through maybe like a couple of videos. Danny Walker is the Dani Walker. She has a whole playlist. I'm going to find that one for you too, where I literally just answer question after question. She has a whole playlist that is specifically pageant related questions. And let me pull it up here. See, here it is. I don't know if y'all can see. Can you see it? Dani Walker is her name. She's a pageant. She does like a lot of pageant videos on YouTube. Really great information. And she has a whole, what is it called? I'm going to tell you what it's called if you're looking. It's called Practice With Me, Interview and Stage Questions. She asks the questions and you get 30 seconds to answer the questions. And then that's what I do. I answer the question, she asks the question, and I take my 30 seconds to answer it, because you have 4 minutes. Well, this is not on stage. There's an interview segment of the pageant where you actually have to sit down with the judge, and you have 4 minutes where they ask you questions about the things that you've put on your bio. And or maybe they may throw in, a usual, how do you want to save the world type question in there. But it's just asking you about the things that you have on your bio, the volunteer hours that you've done, the hobbies that you have. It's a married woman pageant. So if you're married, they're going to ask you things about your marriage and different things. And you have a whole 4 minute with them. You want them to know as much as they can about you during that 4 minutes. You're trying to sell yourself. You're trying to make sure they understand that you are the woman for the job. It's best that you allow them to ask you as many questions as possible. You're not going to take forever to answer the questions. 30 seconds is what they recommend, especially when you're on stage too, is 30 seconds to answer the question. So I've been practicing that. And I know you're like, well, Dr. Tydai, you speak at schools, you're on Toastmasters, you talk to people all the time as a doctor. I don't care. I am committed to doing well in this pageant, and I am not going to rest on my laurels. I have been practicing. That's it. Okay, and speak of practicing, let's get the next picture up. We'll continue our Dr. D. Nice beach tour. This is me just staring off into the beachiness of it all. Like, hey, I'm just contemplating life here. That's all I'm doing. Well, with that is the walking across the stage in heels. Where my sound effect? We need a sound effect for that one. Where is it? Wah, wah, wah. I don't know what it's doing. It's not going. What? Where's my, you know what? Hello? Oh, that's the megaphone. I did something. I didn't mean to do that one. All right, let me get off the megaphone. Applausa, ear horn. Okay, yeah, that's for the heels thing. I had worn heels in like 10 years. Let's just be straight up with it. 10 years I haven't worn heels, and it's not because there was anything going on. I was just trying a thing. I wanted to see what cool flat shoes are out there. And I've just been wearing flats, maybe a heel 2 inches or something like that. But that's it. I had to retrain myself to wear heels. It's like riding a bike, guys. It's like riding a bike, right? I got my heels. I wear them to work every single day I'm at work. I'm walking up and down the halls. My nurses and the staff in the medical center are invested in me doing well, and they help me. Dr. Hunter, hold your chest back, chin up. You need to put more hip in your walk. You got to turn smoother. They are helping me. Do you understand me? These are the things, it takes a village, and my village is to help me. I forgot to mention with the interview questions, there's a teenage girl from my church. She actually quizzes me on every Monday evening on my drive home to heels belong in the bedroom, not in public. Sure, Magic 8-Ball spot. Okay, fine. Well, it's going to be on the stage, the pageant stage in a few weeks, and on me. Yeah, and so, yeah, those are the big things that I've been doing to prepare for the pageant. I've been really working on my fitness and my health, trying to drop some pounds. I'm down 10 pounds. I've been formalizing my speaking to fit into pageantry. You know, yeah, I can sit here and wax poetically and just talk randomly, but I have time. Y'all not leaving. Y'all here, and I could just talk forever. I needed to be concise and precise with my answers, and that's what practicing for the pageant questions have been helping me with. And then along with my fitness, I have been practicing to walk in heels, and I mentioned also eating differently to try to lose some weight, because let's just be honest, it is a beauty contest, and they are going to be looking at our bodies. And I don't know whatever you feel about that ethically. Why are they judging women? Blah, blah, blah. I hear you. I understand. That's not something that worries me one bit. I have no problem with that. We watch athletes play and we judge them. We see people on the internet. At least with this, there is some payoff in the end for just walking up and down on a stage. I am going to shed light on my platform for youth wellness. And plus, let me just mention a side effect. I love this. Where has pageantry been all my life? This is my thing. Where has this been all my life? I am so serious. I enjoy this. My intention is to go all the way to Mrs. World with this thing, okay? After I win Mrs. North Carolina, I'm going to Mrs. America, and then after that, Mrs. World. There's no stopping. There's no stopping me. Where has pageantry been all my life? I love it. It feels like we fit. Anyway, if you have any questions about being in a pageant, if you have any other suggestions about the pageant is in a few days, May 5th. But if you have any suggestions of what else I need to do to prepare, let me know in the comment section. Of course, I didn't even mention all the clothing I've had to buy, and earrings, heels. I ain't own no heels. I had to buy a whole new stable of heels. I didn't have a lot of glittery clothes. I didn't have a gown. After the pageant, of course, I'm going to show you all what my gown looked like, but that was it. I mean, man, I've really enjoyed this. And if you all have ever been interested in a pageant, I will suggest you join. Now, let me see. Any tips for me? To my people in the comment section here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did start a little early this time. And my bad. I just really wanted to, it's getting close to the pageant, and I really didn't want to where's the chat? I needed to change something in the chat. Oh man. There's something they suggested I do, change it to real time. Ultra slow. Maybe I have to do that a different way. But anyway, yeah. If anybody has any questions about being in a pageant, let me know. You just leave a comment in there and I can answer you. Like I said, I'm no pageant expert. This is my first pageant. I have one friend that was in pageants, and I met her years after she finished competing. So we never even went through pageants together. I just knew she was in pageants. But apparently now it's my thing. I don't know. Is it my thing? Will I be doing pageant after pageant after pageant? I don't know. We'll see. I'm enjoying really this one though. And it's on Sunday. All right, where y'all at? Magic 8-Ball Spot. Thank you for tuning in as much as usual. I missed you at the beginning. I started a little early today because tomorrow is a whole day of prepping and Friday is a whole day of prepping. And I really wanted to get to bed and get into bed early tonight. Magic 8-Ball Spot. Well, snake oil. Where's my snake oil friend? Are you in here too? Say hi, drop a hello. There is something miscongeniality is my recommendation. Okay, I will watch it and to brush up on to make sure that I get my pageant vibe going. Let me see. All messages are available. There was something that I'd had a message from YouTube today that I could do to change my stream some sort of way. Let me see. Excellent. Stream is healthy. Analytics of the stream. That's not what I want. Stream key. I can't find the thing. It told me something about how I let the words pop up on the screen. Anyway, I'll figure it out for the next one because y'all know this is gonna be the create highlight video. I don't know what that is. Yeah, this is gonna be the last of our abridged streams. And look, I've been talking for how long? I probably could have done a whole typical video. But the problem with those typical videos is I do have to do a lot of prep work to get it ready. And that's the part. So let me finish showing y'all the rest of these pictures. This is another one, me on the beach. This is Wilmington, North Carolina. It's my crown falling off my head. No, catch it. And then now it's fallen. It's so spontaneous. And then me again, just smiling, happy on the beach. And this is, if you all want to vote for me for the People's Choice, this is the pageant director, Wendy Galley. You can send a vote in, $5 a vote. You can go back and watch this picture if you want to. If you did watch the video, if you want to go ahead and vote for it. Voting ends May 5th. Yeah, just $5 vote. You can vote as many times as you want to. If you want to do 4 votes, you give 20. If you want to do 5 votes, you give 25. If you want to do 205 votes, then do the math. I can't do that math right now. But thank you all again for just, being here and supporting me and along this journey. I just always enjoy doing new things. And the lesson for you all is don't be afraid to try new things. Put yourself out there. You never know what benefits you can get. You just never know. All right. Nobody have any questions? I'm out. Like I said, it's going to be short. Next week, we can hang. We can run our mouths all day, every day. It's just that, this week we're still pageant prepping. All right, guys. I appreciate you all so much. Organic snake oil powder, Magic 8-Ball Spots, my regulars that are here, and all of you that have tuned in to hear me speak about pageantry. All right, guys, I'm out. I said it before. Remember, the typical dismissal that we do is the Lord bless and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. I want to make sure I said the words properly. So give me a second. Let me pull it up here. Okay. The Lord bless and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Amen. Yes, next week is coronation. No, I shouldn't do that. After that one. That's right. All right, guys, I'm gone. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. And we are out ya. Out ya. Out ya.
Wisdomteethinger, lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and Fount is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. Fount. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.